Alright, up next I'm going to teach you guys how to tie a UV egg pattern. I'm only using UV yarn because that's all I had on hand. So to do this pattern, you really just need to cut some yarn. Cut it about 1/2 inch pieces like this. And you can do 3 or 4. I personally choose 3. These egg patterns, you'll probably, if you really know what you're doing, you'll probably be able to bust them out in 30 seconds, 40 seconds, somewhere in there. So start off by putting your thread on. Oops, what is going on here? Okay. So then once you get your bundle into 2 piles, go ahead and place some right directly on top. And when you're placing this, you just want it right down the middle and give it a soft pull and wrap it about twice. So you see how it ended up on the mid or underneath the hook? It's not a big deal. Take your second stack, place it on top, and just do the same thing. And then once you get it kind of started, you're going to want to do some diagonal wraps. And don't worry, like when you're wrapping this, it can really just be wherever. I'm going to wrap some in the back, move back up top, and then you're going to just finish it off. One of the things I like about tying these egg patterns is you can really start busting them out once you understand what you're doing. So once you do your whip finish, go ahead and cut your thread off. And now what I like to do is just start picking at this thing and start pulling on it. Try to get it real crazy like. If you have a pick like I do, just start digging that in there and start pulling on it. Just pull on it wherever you can. Try not to get your main thread. You just want to try to get all that orange yarn. Once you got it all fluffed out, take scissors and just start shaping this fluff ball into a nice circle. And if you were like me when you first started out and you don't have a rotary vise, what I would recommend is taking this fly right out of the vise itself and just holding it in your hand and just start forming it. Kind of just pull it off and pull on the fibers a little bit more. You'll make sure you don't have any loose ones in there. Alright, that's going to look good enough for me. And there you go, you have your basic egg pattern fly right there. And there is a lot of different color schemes and different yarns you can use for these flies. You don't just have to use orange, you can use pink or green or different shades of orange. You can use all 3 colors together. That's called the clowny egg. This is what I'm talking about by a clowny egg. As you can see, there's yellow, orange, pink, dark pink, white in there. Fish love these. Eat them up like candy. And then you can even do something kind of like this, where this is supposed to imitate like a milked out egg, which is an egg that's been sitting in there. But what this is a little rubber soft plastic bead. And then you just coat your white yarn over it, and what happens is this will start pulling back on this once you get it in the water, and this yarn will almost be clearish, and you'll really start seeing that egg. And then you even have your sucker spawn egg, which this one, I'll show you how to tie this. Alright, to tie the sucker spawn, you're going to just start off the same way you did as that other egg pattern, with same hook, size 6. And I'm going to use pink yarn just like last time. Okay, so you're going to start right behind the head and just literally work your way to the back of the fly. Probably just even with the bend, I would say. Cut off your extra. You're going to take your orange synthetic braid right here and probably cut off a couple inches at least. And then what you're going to do is just wrap this right onto the fly. Now, what you can do is take a glue stick, put a little glue on your thread, and then I'm going to add this ice dubbing, and I believe this is UV shrimp pink color. Take a good amount of it, kind of stretch it out, and just wrap it on and twist it right onto your thread. And you don't want it real thick, but you don't want it too thin. Something kind of just like so. And then with this, you're just going to wrap it forward a little bit, like this, and just kind of loop it back over a little bit. And then do one loop, or once you get your loop, go ahead and give it a nice wrap around. Like so. Pull down on it, and then you're going to do the same thing all the way up the fly. And if you want, once you get that first wrap, go ahead and wrap it give it a little tension, wrap forward. If you're starting to lose some of your dubbing, just kind of twist it back on. And for me, I like to get each wrap a little bit bigger than the last one. Once you got the loop size that you're looking for, go ahead and pull it down nice and tight. Wrap forward. And you just keep doing that all the way up to the front of the fly. And then what I'll do on this last one is I'll just wrap it and really get it in there. And just trim off the extra, just like so. And then just finish it with a whip finish. And if you want, you don't have to use the, oh, that's not a good whip finish. Finish off with the whip finish. And if you want, you can use white thread. I just like the pink. It kind of stands out a little more, I think. And then there you go. You got your basic sucker spawn fly.